Warm welcome all of you in the 8th episode of the Kathakar. And here we go. Today I am going to tap one rhyme for you and you need to recognize it. So let's go. Could you recognize it? If yes, put your answer in a comment. Friends, in 1990, a PhD student, Elizabeth Newton from Stanford University, conducted one experiment for her final year dissertation. The experiment were like this. She called her peers and divided them into two groups. She assigned a task of tapping to one group and listening to other group, and that experiment famously known as tappers and listeners experiment. The tapper were given the 50 rhyme and they have to tap that rhyme, any one rhyme, and the listener had to recognize that rhyme. That experiment went very successfully, and the result is that when tapper tapped the same rhyme 120 times, only thrice the listener could recognize it. That means the success rate is only 2.5%. And Elizabeth, before conducting this experiment, she went to tapper and asked them what would be the probability of the recognizing this tapping. And the tapper very proudly said that yes, every alternate person can recognize it. That means 50% probability. And the actual result is that out of 40 persons, only one could recognize it. Why such a vast difference between the result and expectation? The reason is that for the tapper, the tune is very clear in their mind and they felt that it is very easy that listener can recognize it and they tapped it. But for the listener, what is going in the mind of the tapper is not clear, and for them it is just a tap, just a tune. So it is not clear for them to recognize it and it becomes very difficult for them. Friend, the same thing happens in our practical actual life. Many a time we give the instruction to our subordinate, our peers, our colleagues, and we feel that it is very easy for them to do this easy task. We assign some work to our subordinate, our junior, like making one Excel sheet and then come back in the morning. We give all the instruction to them, but when we see the results are completely different. Our juniors work very hard to meet our expectations, but at the end when we see the results are completely different, and then we blame to them that they could not easily understand. But remember, the problem is not with the listeners, the problem is with the tapper. The problem is how we give the instruction to our subordinate, the action takers. It is not with the junior levels, but it is also happen with the leaders and CEOs and people when they communicate their vision, their mission to their people. They are not clear. If the vision, mission is clear in their head, it may not be necessarily clear with the other people. Like increasing the shareholder pattern, sustainability, reliability, resilience. These are the words we use. Those the meaning are clear in the mind of the teller, the tapper. And remember one thing, it is immaterial that how many times you tap or repeat the things. That doesn't make the thing easier. The things make easier only when you communicate properly. I hope you must have enjoyed this story. Thank you so much.